INEC.
Mr. Odudike, all of these issues raised around the person of the acting INEC chairperson is, I don't know what you think of them, because really some people have also added that she's to retire, or she's retired July 21st. So why appoint her at all?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. You see, we have to look at certain fundamentals. INEC is a creation of the law, and not just the law, the supreme law, the ground norm, the constitution. So there are parameters laid out for appointment and running of INEC. Now, governors and even the president, like the former president, we all knew the date they were to go, May 29. And all arrangements were put in place to ensure that that happened. Now, the tenure of the chairman of INEC was also known to expire on June the 30th. And he still went on to even inform the president, as my brother here said. Yet, nothing was done to ensure that there was a smooth transition. This is a body that midwives even the presidency, the governors, and all that. Why is it that some seriousness was not attached to ensuring that that body is taken care of? You see, we are talking about building institutions, not people. The fact is, as we speak now, there is no, in law, there is no head of INEC. Ex nihilo, nihil fit. Nothing can result from illegality. Now, Ajia Zachary, Ajia Zachary's tenure ended on the 21st of July 2015. And if you recall, she was appointed the acting chairman by virtue of her membership of INEC as a national commissioner. Now, by virtue of that, she was made an acting chairman. The letter appointing her, which to a large extent was even an illegal letter, because the letter amended the constitution, or sought to amend the constitution, by trying to claim that Ajia Zachary's tenure had ended on 30th of June. It will be assumed to have ended on 30th of June, and she should now go on to act as INEC chairman. That is a nullity on its own, because the way to end the tenure of the chairman or members of the National Commission was stated in the Constitution. I think it's section 157 that says to remove somebody, the chairman of the president of the commissioner, the president had to write something about writing and getting 2/3 majority of the Senate. So you cannot, the secretary of the government, which we don't even have, or somebody, one permanent secretary somewhere, cannot sit down in his office and write a letter amending the Constitution. So, ab initio, her appointment was a nullity by virtue of premising that appointment on amending the Constitution. Now, for the purposes of argument, let us now even presume that, okay, good, let us ignore that. Let her run her course till the 21st of July. 21st of July has come and gone. What is she still doing in INEC? Obviously, she's just staying there as an illegal occupant of a seat that ought to be occupied, because the law is very clear. Please let us know it. The president has the prerogative to make appointments, but those appointments have to be made according to law. And in the case of INEC chairman, which is very critical, we're not talking here about some backdoor, backroom commission. We're talking about INEC. The law says that after that appointment, which must be done after consulting the Council of States. I hope we know who the members of Council of State are. Former presidents and heads of state. Current Chief Justice of the Federation of Nigeria. Serving governors. So that is to say the president will get the best advice concerning who will be the chairman of INEC. And then thereafter, this name will be submitted to Senate. There was a Senate in place by the time Jega retired. There was a Senate in place.
There's still a Senate in place.
Yeah, that's it. There still is. I'm just telling that even as at that time, there already was. So there's no reason not to have. And the Council of State had met once since President Buhari took over the reins of governance. He didn't present that to them. There seems to be a contrived, this controversy is contrived. And my worry is that it's contrived in such a way that those who don't really want President Buhari to succeed, and they might not really be the opposition as seen by Nigerians, there might be the opposition within his party who don't want him to succeed because the things he has told us he will do, which we want to believe he will do, may not go well for them. There might be people who are contriving this. Because if President Buhari had a legal advisor, and that legal advisor, of course, we know is the Attorney General, he would have properly advised him on steps to take. He wouldn't have been going through this because there was sufficient time to take care of this.
Okay, let's see if we can get Mr. Okoye to weigh in on this. Mr. Okoye, the situation, as I asked you earlier, why do you think we're having all this noise?
Well, I think that for me, the controversy for me is very healthy and is healthy in a democracy. One, the Independent National Electoral Commission is not an ordinary institution. It is an institution that has been created by the Constitution to deal with the issue of making a determination on when we are going to hold elections, who is properly elected or who is validly or duly elected, and those who are going to occupy certain offices. And you also know that in making this determination and in carrying out these functions, the Independent National Electoral Commission not only registers political parties, it monitors the activities of political parties, it looks after their finances, it also organizes and supervises elections. So I think that these are some of the issues that has put INEC at the front burner of national politics. Now, having said that, I think that in trying to understand the circumstances surrounding what is going on now, we need to look at where we are coming from. Now, we are coming from a situation where we have just had presidential elections, we've just had National Assembly elections, we've just had gubernatorial elections and state assembly elections. Secondly, we are also coming from a situation where we had a situation where over 15 resident electoral commissioners had to go at a particular point in time when the National Assembly is yet to settle down, when the presidency or the newly elected government is yet to settle down. And we also had a situation where almost the bulk of national commissioners had to leave at a particular point in time. So for me,
does that give room for what Mr. Didika believes is an illegality?
I'm going to respond to that in a moment. So what we have is a situation where we were presented with certain exigencies that were very, very critical at a particular point in time. Now, I agree that by Section 153 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Independent National Electoral Commission is one of the federal executive bodies created by the Constitution. I also agree that by Section 154 of the Constitution, it is the responsibility or the prerogative of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to appoint the chairperson of the Independent National Electoral Commission and also appoint national commissioners as well as resident electoral commissioners. Now, the Constitution goes further to say that in making this appointment, the President shall consult the Council of States, and also the appointment shall be confirmed by the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The truth of the matter is that the person who is occupying the office as of today has not been appointed as the chairperson or chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission in accordance with the provisions of the law. She has only been appointed to act in that particular capacity. Now, the question is, does the president have the authority? Does he have the mandate? Does he have the right to appoint somebody in an acting capacity within the confines of the Independent National Electoral Commission? And my answer is yes. This is because if you look at Section 318, subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, dealing with the issue of interpretation, it provides very clearly that wherever it is provided that any authority or a person has power to make, recommend or approve an appointment to an office, that such power shall be construed as including the power to make, recommend or approve a person for such appointment, whether on promotion or otherwise, or to act in any such office, It goes further to say that in this constitution, reference